Hey guys, what is a troll, do you think? I would suggest there's a few different types of troll, but probably two main ones. One of them is a person who leaves comments or makes posts on forums or on the internet to knowingly, with the intention of baiting other people. So they say something that could well be total bullshit just in order to try and get a response from other people. So maybe, on our forum, on our Japan Channel forum, occasionally somebody will register on there and just leave a big thread, and it's all bullshit. You can see they start a thread and it's a big post, and you can see holes in their story. So they've just total fabrication, big fabrication story about they want to come to Japan, they want to do this, and they've got $1 million, and what should they do? And as you read through it, you can see the holes, and it's total bullshit. And they're just doing it for whatever reason. That's one type. And then there's the other type that's just an angry ant. The angry ant that someone leaves a comment and they leave another comment being really offensive. Oh, what do you know? You're just an idiot, or some comment like that. So they seem to be the two main ones. It's the one that's making up this big story, big fabricated story, and there's the other one that walks up and slaps somebody in the face, right? Seems to be the main types. But of course, internet, so they're anonymous. So why? Why the troll? Why the troll? Obviously, it's the anonymous thing, isn't it? They are anonymous on the internet. If they sit in a bar and tell a big story about how they've got $1 million and about how they're going to come live in Japan forever because they've got $1 million and that they won it on the lotto, and what can they do, and tell their bullshit story in a bar. Someone's going to say, dude, you're 17 years old, you're telling this big bullshit story, we don't believe you, right? Or the one that with the offensive comment, on leaves a comment and says you're an arsehole, you're an idiot. Again, if he's in a bar somewhere and he walks up to somebody and goes, you're an arsehole, an idiot, he's likely to get punched in the face, isn't he? So that's the big thing, obviously. It's anonymous. That's why they do it, or that's why they can get away with it, or they think they can get away with it or something. But the other question is why? I think it's really interesting. The ones that write the big, long, fictional stories are pretty sad. We get them occasionally on the forum. It's just tragic. And they'll continue it on. Different people will respond and say, wait a minute, you said you're 17, you got $1 million, how come this and how come that? And now you're saying you're 21, and wait a minute, you're lying. And they'll continue these things on. It must take lots of their time, making these big fictional stories up for no apparent reason. Obviously their real lives must be pretty sad. I don't know anybody who has a successful, happy life who would waste time on something like that. And it's the same as with the dudes that are picking fights, with somebody they don't even know on the internet, and they're coming along and leaving comments saying you're an asshole, you're an idiot. The nearest I can think of in real life would be if somebody drove past in a car. And I used to have that sometimes in Australia. You see that or hear that, a car drives down the street, someone screams out the window at someone else, you fat asshole, or some racist comment or something like that out the window of the car at somebody. Is the nearest I can think of to that in real life, because they know that they're safe in the car travelling at 60 kilometres an hour. They know that that person can't get them. And the internet's a bit like that, isn't it? Now, what motivates that guy in the car to do that, and what motivates the person on the internet to do it to someone they don't even know, they can't even see? The other person, the person they're offending, is anonymous as well. So it's just sad people with empty lives, I don't think, if you think about it, I don't think if you know anybody that's successful and happy in their life, would they waste their time doing that? I've seen comments by people before trying to justify it and saying, oh, I just do it to entertain myself. I just offend people or bait people to see if they react. I just want to see if they react, and it's just a game. I'm just playing with them. Sort of justifying it like it's some sort of cerebral type exercise in psychology or something. But again, why would somebody with a happy, successful life waste their time doing that? you know. They obviously don't have anything better to do. I mean, I think the internet's a brilliant tool for us to do all sorts of stuff. You know, information. For me, the most amazing thing about it's the information that we can get, and the information that we can share, and you know, it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant, and new ideas and new thoughts, and you know, it's an excellent positive benefit to us. You know, I think, and sometimes it's straight out entertainment. You know, I like watching movies on the internet and stuff like that too. Straight out entertainment. You know, fantastic. Sons of Anarchy, excellent series. I'm watching it at the moment, but you know, these other people with the negativity, I think they just get empty lives and all sorts of frustrations. And sometimes you can see it. Sometimes you can see their frustrations. You know, you can see that. Often I think it's people that get ignored in real life. You know, that nobody listens to them in real life, and you can just about imagine they're trying to talk to their parents and their parents aren't listening, or they're trying to talk to their friends and their friends don't listen to them, or whatever, and then they get on the internet and they're trying to get people's attention and listen to me, and then often they do that by being offensive or being aggressive or baiting people or whatever, because they want to get some attention, you know. And the way you really piss those guys off, and like people say all the time, don't feed the trolls. Ignore the troll and watch what happens. They get really emotional about it, because in real life they get ignored and it upsets them. So you ignore them on the internet where they're trying to get attention, and you ignore them. Some of them get really emotional about it, you know, crazy, some of them. So yeah, it's obviously deficient. You know, people that are deficient, their lives are unsatisfying for them, and you know, they're not feeling fulfilled, and they're not feeling worthwhile, and they're not feeling like they're worth anything, and you know, all sorts of weaknesses. I'd imagine it's not everybody's not. They're not all the same, of course. Not all these trolls are the same. They have different stories, I'm sure, and different problems going on in their lives. But you know, again, can you think of any happy, successful, really happy, successful person who would waste their time on something like that? You know, why would they? Why would they? You know, they've got better things to do, better things to think about, you know. And anybody that appeared to be happy and successful and was doing that, I would suggest they're not really happy and successful, and that happens. I know some rich people who are not happy and successful. They're rich. They've got a lot of money, but they're not happy and successful. You know, they've got issues. They've got personal issues, relationship issues, They've got issues. So I think, yeah, okay, there's my answer. What's a troll? It's a person with issues. person with personal issues. There we go, that's my definition. So, but anyway, interested to hear what you guys think. What motivates trolls? What's the story with the trolls? What is a troll? Like, again, this is another one of those videos where what I say is not really of terrible interest to anybody, but the comments will be the best part of this video. You watch. Don't be rude. Remember, guys, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be a rude troll. More videos coming soon.